I'm Jayce Doan. I'm the 5th generation on my family's Blackleg Ranch. I live in Hazelton, North Dakota. Our ranch is in Burley and Emmons County. I don't think I decided that direct marketing was right for our operation. I was kind of thrown the idea and said, we need to do this because we need to generate more money. And whether I was on board with it or not, we were going to do it. Which it is. It's a great added income. If you're in the livestock business, I mean, everybody knows it's always hard. You're scratching at the bottom of the barrel trying to make money, and this is just a good added venture you can have. So we went to, whether it was through the Grazing Coalition or through the Audubon Society or other organizations, workshops, whatever, kind of got our feet wet a little bit and got introduced to the idea, and was presented some help from some different individuals and figured out where to start. That was the biggest challenge. Where do you start? Yeah, we have cattle, we have all this inventory at our disposal, but how do you go out and find who to sell the finished product to? I'd say the biggest challenge is trying to differentiate yourself from somebody else offering a similar product or maybe it's even the same product, but trying to find something that'll differentiate yourself. In our case, it's grass-fed, grass-finished beef that's source verified from birth to harvest. Other producers might be able to say that, but on the other end of the spectrum, if you're just going out and buying an animal and putting it in a feedlot and feeding it up, which there's nothing wrong with, but there's really not anything differentiating that from something you could buy at a supermarket. So we're trying to find some sort of a niche that appeals to a segment of consumers that are willing to pay you a little bit of a premium. In our case, I tried to take over or start the meat business, and I found out real fast that I didn't have the time to do it or really the desire to do it. I'm not necessarily a people person, and so we decided that Cassie, my wife, would take that over, and she has went leaps and bounds more than I could do it. And the tools that she kind of used, she had a business background and is really savvy on the computer and with different programs, and had some connections on how to develop our website, the different programs and e-commerce platforms that you can use to purchase things online. So we initially started with just putting ads on Facebook or maybe just family friends, you're selling to people you know. And the Facebook deal worked, but it really wasn't engaging to our target audience at all. And our target audience isn't necessarily people from right down the road. It could be people from 10 states away. And so then, it presents a whole another set of challenges on how do you ship meat and ensure that it arrives fresh and frozen or whatever that may be. So from Facebook, we went to developing a website with all the e-commerce platforms and then doing different marketing tools, whether that be Facebook or YouTube, whatever that is. I'd say the opportunities with direct marketing are present. I guess how it's affected our operation. Generally, when you run cows and calves, you're selling through commodity market through the sale barn, and so you're at the mercy of whatever the market is at the local livestock ring. What really works well is exposing all of your heifers to a bull, and then whatever doesn't breed, you put into your meat program. Well, that animal's been on grass for that whole year, and you might not even have had any intention of it going into your meat program. You wanted it to obviously have a calf and generate you more money. But now you have a full year under your belt, that animal gaining weight. Develop your markets, figure out what that is before you just dive in. And when you do decide to dive in, if you do 5 animals a year, that might be a huge goal of yours, and might be, you're not going to do 50 animals the first year. You're not going to do 500 animals in the first 10 years, probably. But just don't expect that all these people are going to come rushing your door looking to buy your meat unless you figure out why they want to buy your meat and why they should. Yeah, you need to have some sort of a story and make that producer believe in your story and tell them why you're doing good for the animal, why your product is wholesome, why you're doing good for the land, or whatever that is. If you're selling feedlot beef, tell them why your feedlot beef is better. I'm not saying grass-fed and grass-finished is the way to go, but if you're selling feedlot beef, say why your feedlot beef is different. Don't degrade another producer in the process of trying to sell yours. Just say what's good about yours without trying to tear somebody else down. I would just say don't be afraid to ask for help. There's plenty of organizations that are willing to give you what insight or knowledge they have, and there's plenty of people with experience on all this stuff. Through the Grazing Coalition, there's a ton of experience. All of the mentors have knowledge and insight, maybe not necessarily towards direct marketing. There's quite a few mentors that do direct market on the Grazing Coalition, but they have networks and they have connections on people that do, and they have knowledge. So yeah, the Grazing Coalition is a great tool to start with, or if nothing else, just check it out and make a phone call, talk to somebody for 5 minutes, even if nothing becomes of it.